That's what you say to me in my interview. Boom, you're hired immediately. I'm afraid of looking in my account and seeing negatives across everything.
You're at the point where you don't even care like who's seeing what.
Welcome to the Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Julian, and this is the Alyssa and Julian Podcast. Yo, we back again.
Can you believe this is episode 5 of season 2 already?
This is episode 5?
5. I literally was writing the note in my phone, and I had to go onto YouTube to see what episode it was.
Episode 5.
5. I think it's episode 5.
And I think I'm finally getting into the swing of the whole producing it aspect. And we haven't really had, knock on whatever this material is.
This is definitely like granite, like a nice.
I guess. But we haven't had any.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is. We'll say it's granite to make it sound better. But we haven't had any issues. So I think we're looking good. And I think
he says that, but last time we literally didn't even know if we could upload it because we were seeing how the audio came out.
Right. And now that it came out good, we know we
haven't had any issues, but we did have a scare. Last week, we didn't know if we could upload the podcast because something happened with the audio, but it ended up being uploadable. Is that a word?
No, that was 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
Yeah, that was 2 episodes ago. That's why I said I'm finally getting this.
That was 2 episodes ago already? Mm-hmm. Holy.
Because last week we sat here for the first time and it came out amazing. And that's why we're back here, because it came out amazing. At least, in my opinion, it came out amazing.
How the heck?
I didn't even.
2 weeks ago.
It's so funny because I was against sitting here. I was like, dude, I kind of want to sit on the couch and just relax.
Let's go back to the couch. And I'm like, dude,
But then when I was editing the podcast, I was like, yo, I can't deny
love it right here.
The fact that
I don't know what it is. Good. This gives me like a coffee talk. Let's go to breakfast and sit and have pancakes and coffee and talk.
Yo, you're so addicted to coffee, bro. Everything's about coffee, bro.
That's how I survive. Actually, no, I survive off of caffeine.
That's not good for you, yeah.
But
speaking of not good for you, I've been drinking water, guys.
I like how he lists that under not good for you.
No, I'm saying
Speaking of not good for you, I've been drinking water.
Saying, instead of drinking something not good for me, I've been drinking water. Yeah,
it's actually been kind of impressive. I
think I went through 10 bottles of water in 2 days.
And that's a lot for him. That's a lot. Side note, that is not water in that cup, but I know we won't expose.
That's a lot for a human being. I mean, I guess 8 bottles is what you should be drinking a day.
Really?
Mm-hmm. 8 bottles.
Oh, shoot. I'm 8 bottles behind.
I'm cheating. I'm putting a Crystal Light fruit punch in there, but.
Does that count? Does that really
it does
is that
count.
Good? Is that bad?
Well, I don't think it has a lot of harmful stuff in it. I think that's why it's a substitute.
I mean, unless there's sugars, but I feel like Crystal Light's low on sugar. That's why it's good.
Yeah, so they make
someone make it make sense, because I feel like I do the same thing because I put iced tea packets and it helps me drink water so fast.
If we're doing something that's making us less healthy and we're thinking we're being healthy, let us know we're not being healthy.
Guys, we need to talk.
It's who's gonna tell them?
There's gonna be a nutritionist in the comments and be like, actually, and we're gonna be
who's gonna tell them?
Anyways.
Anyway, intention of the week.
Want to know what's funny, actually?
What?
I literally put for my notes for my intention of the week that I shouldn't have an intention of the week. That's where I'm
getting up. I don't even want to. I don't want to be here anymore. Why did you come to the conclusion you shouldn't have an intention of the week?
Because I make an intention of the week every week, and I don't even follow it. So I literally wrote, I'm going to read you what I wrote, because I'm still on my phone. Because like I said, one of my intentions was getting in my notebook. Clearly, we haven't gotten that far. So there's my exhibit A. Literally, my intentions say, I shouldn't, but I wrote should have. Shouldn't have one, LOL. Need to get something I've said before done, with 3 exclamation points.
Okay.
Moving on.
On to mine.
But you actually get yours done. So you should have some. I just said we're 5 episodes deep and I haven't gotten one done. So that's 5 weeks and I haven't gotten anything done.
I got a deep one, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait, hold on.
I normally have regular intention where it's actionable goals where here's what to do. You do this, you watch this many videos, blah, blah, blah.
And like I said, you've been accomplishing them. So
Yeah, but I don't feel any better, and that's the problem. So
That took a twist.
So I feel like I've been a little on the downside lately.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what else has been on the downside?
What?
Our numbers. So I think that this week I want to focus on detaching myself and setting boundaries with YouTube. And I want to focus on what those boundaries are going to be, how to set them, because I think my mental state needs some boundaries. Because I'm too into it.
That is deep.
I'm way too into it. It weighs too much into my daily life. Like, I don't know. I mean, and it's hard because creators like sometimes do have egos. I don't think this is an ego thing. I think it's more so just like an addiction thing where like I'm just so in love with what I'm doing that like I want to see it do well and go crazy. And a lot of times right now, I don't know if it's the season. I don't know if it's what I'm doing, but it's not hitting the same.
Dude.
And I want to look at it at a more like analytical perspective than a dang I suck perspective.
I feel like this season has been like a hard hit. Like, I don't know what it is, but I feel like this season came and I feel like it's thrown like everything like off. Like everything is just on whack. Threw off the equilibrium of literally everything. It's so crazy.
That's a big word.
I know. I don't even know if it made sense in that sentence.
Meanwhile, there's a whole like load of people just partying underneath our feet right now, like living life, loving it up. They probably.
I literally came home on 4:30 on a Friday evening, and
I saw where you parked.
like I'm parked in Timbuktu. It's insane. I thought I'd like catch it and be like, oh, people get out at 5. They're not home yet. I can park, like have a good parking spot. Yeah, I pulled up and literally was like, what
They got here early. They was pre-gaming in the parking lot.
Apparently, dude. I'm going to leave tomorrow to go to work and be like, where did I park? I'm going to be the whole like, dude, where's my car?
Take an Uber to your car.
Right. Right.
Nah, I get you. I feel that.
It's crazy. I was like, dude, what? Here I am thinking I'm early, gonna miss the whole like traffic of people coming home. Yeah, nope. For some reason, people got out early today and I didn't get the memo. Well, I got the memo. It's just no one told me that was the deal today.
Anyway, back to my intention. I'm going to take that and I'm going to not take a break from YouTube. I don't think I need a break. I think I need separation. So I'm going to keep creating, but I'm going to create differently. And I'm going to try to take my emotions out of my videos. As hard as that is, when you're a creative person, I
feel like he's trying to let YouTube down very nicely.
Yeah, when you're a creative person,
he's breaking up with YouTube for a minute.
When you're a creative person, it's so hard to take your emotions out of your videos and out of the things you create. And like, if you look at my landscape of things that I have my hand on creating, like I have a large landscape of creations right now. And honestly, like some stuff does all right, but then other stuff is like, ugh. Oh, Julian. Oh, start over. Burn it down and try again. You know what I mean? And, you know, a lot of times it's not even like that. I just need to be either more patient or, like I said, take my emotions out of it. So we're going to take my emotions out of it and try to be more healthy with my relationship with the platform and with social media in general.
Well, I know what I've seen a lot lately, actually. I've seen a lot of influencers do that thing where like you set like a time limit on your social media apps for the day.
I'm gonna do that internally. I don't think I'm gonna like make the app do it.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
I think I don't know what my boundaries are going to look like yet. I think it is gonna have some sort of like time limit on the app per day. And I think it's gonna have less mindless scrolling but more intentional scrolling. Like I feel like I do a lot of like mindless, like I'm just on the app
bored,
scrolling.
Like, you'll be scrolling and like barely even notice.
Checking out shorts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, like, I do it and I say, yeah, I'm looking to see if I can get ideas, but I never get ideas that way. So
I feel like it starts out that you're going to do that. Then you just end up watching videos and you're like, oh, wait, I'm supposed to be looking for ideas.
right. So I think I'm going to really be intentional about the time I spend on the platform and how I use that time and try to transform that into a healthier relationship. And I feel like with a healthier relationship, I will do better because my mind won't be so like, oh, I got to make this the best I can because I've been so bad lately. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And yeah, it just leads to better stuff. If that makes sense.
That's crazy. He did get very deep. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't necessarily that. So, interesting. Okay, well,
now that I brought the mood down.
I don't even know if it's a brighter topic because our topic today's,
it's a little heavy.
It's spooky season. So, anyways.
I hate spooky season.
Well, speaking of spooky season, when you're hearing this, it is Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
So happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. I probably just scared you away from the podcast with how deep I just got on Halloween.
Yeah, they really said, wow, you brought spooky season full effect. Thanks.
I wasn't even spooky season. I brought like sad season.
Sad season.
I brought sad season.
Sad season, spooky season,
Listen,
fall season. It's all the same.
I'm sad during spooky season because I hate it. I really don't like Halloween, bro. Like, I'm the Grinch of Halloween. I am, bro.
I'm the Grinch of Halloween. Is there something for Halloween? You're like the...
They call it. I'm gonna tell you what there is for Halloween. Don't roast me in the chat, y'all. Don't
like
get offended. No, it's not even.
Halloween.
It's not even that. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Somebody's gonna agree with me. Somebody's gonna hate me for saying it. But I'm one of those church goers on Halloween, bro. I be sitting right up in church on Halloween night. I don't be trick or treating. No, I'm lying. That's not me. I used to dress up and go trick or treating, but a lot of people do that. Like they won't in a lot of religions, it's against religion.
Really?
Halloween, so they go to church. Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. Some of my family used to go to church instead of going trick or treating.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, because it's considered like a day they consider a day for the devil.
Oh my God, really?
I mean, I see in a lot of relationships and a lot of
not this.
No, but in a lot of Christian relationships, religious relationships, they consider it a day of the devil, and they go to church instead of celebrating. Yeah. So yeah, I'm not that. That's not why I don't like Halloween. I just don't like Halloween because I don't like being scared. I don't like being chased. I don't like being jump scared. Like, leave me alone. That's.
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. I don't mind scary stuff. Like, I watch scary movies. Like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it either. But like, I don't know, like the little stuff for it. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I used to like to dress up, but guess what? I'm old enough now. I could go to Comic-Con and cosplay and dress up whenever I want. So that's
like when people are like, "Oh yeah, I love Halloween." I'm like, what's the point?
Right. I don't even like candy like that. So like,
I like candy, but that's what I'm saying.
About candy like that. So I never. Really
I don't know what it is.
Candy. I just liked having costumes and dressing up with certain costumes.
I mean, fair.
Okay, sorry for those of you who love Halloween. We definitely just rained on your parade. If you never watch us again because of that, I understand.
Rude, but I understand. So we'll just go into streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, YouTube. Basically, just search Alyssa and Julian
on everything.
Podcast on everything. If you search Alyssa and Julian, you'll get our reaction channel. Alyssa and Julian Podcast.
And if you want a really good spooky season video, sorry, I'm going to plug myself right now.
That's okay.
Because it did bad.
Like I said, welcome to spooky season.
Go check out my video I did at a haunted amusement park.
You won't show. He'll show that
why I hate Halloween.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
It's bad. It's so bad, dude. Like, I really don't like that stuff. And they could tell I don't like it, and they pick on me even more because they know I don't like it.
Oh my God, you're like their bait.
Dude, for real.
Like they're like the
like literally
they're like fishing. They're going like this, and you're like the fish that's like rah.
Most of that stuff happened to me like as soon as I walked through the door, bro.
Oh my God, we weren't even there 2 seconds.
We weren't even there 2 seconds, and like everybody's
like 3
coming
people
up to me.
His butt.
Literally, one girl like yelled in my ear. She like, "Get out bye. I'm like, what the heck? Where am I, bro?
You can't say that because Julian would be like, all right, bye.
Yo, literally, I'm
they
like,
said get out, no problem.
I'm like, all right, we going home.
Walk in, like walk right
Worst
back
part
out.
is I drove an hour to record it. Dude, you know, can I talk about that video for a second?
And we get there and it's like past the hours where like if you leave the park you can't come back in, and Julian's about to be like,
that's fine. That's fine. Can I expose them a little bit for a second? I was a little disappointed with that.
Why?
Because I wanted to get on some rides and show my reactions of like recording while I'm on a ride. And I wanted my camera in my hand while I'm on the ride. And they would not let me record on the ride. I feel like it hurt the quality of my video. I feel like I could have had a way better video if I had.
Julian's really upset they didn't let you on a ride. Like, you know dang well that dangly camera you have strapped around your neck, they're going to be like, put that down. They definitely don't even want you to have like your phone on the ride. And he's trying to have a camera.
I would have held it in my arm and it would have been fine. I would have been recording my face, recording my screens. I just feel like they sabotaged my video by not letting me record on the ride. I paid my ticket to get in there. Why can't I have my camera?
Oh my God.
I'm just saying, you already didn't. He
really sat like on this one ride and was talking to this dude and was like, I can't have it. Are you sure? Like, it's gonna be around my neck. Like, I'll secure it. And he was like, dude, I feel like he really.
Well, no, it was bad because the one girl told me I could. She was like, yeah, I don't see why not. And then he was like, oh, you gotta take that off. Cause I walked onto it and the girl was like, oh yeah, you could bring it. Oh. I was like, I'm good with this. She was like, yeah, you could bring it. And then I get on the ride, I go to find my seat. My mom put her purse down and the girl was like, the guy was like, oh, you can't have that on here. I was like, what? Cause when you saw me talking to him, I was telling him like, yo, the chick at the door said I could get on with it. And I'm
more surprised they said yeah than when he said.
That's why I was arguing with him a little bit because I was like, yo, why did she tell me that? He's like, I don't know why she told you that. You can't have it on.
Right?
Like,
I would not think. Literally, I saw you and I was like, dude, I wish I would have taken that from you because I would have told you, you can't have that on the ride.
I wasn't trying to get the video sabotaged. I was trying to do the best I can to have the greatest video ever. Because at that point, guess what? I would have got on the Superman, had a great reaction on the Superman. But I couldn't get on the Superman with a great reaction because they would not let me film.
I got nothing.
I see. And it's not even like I was like, yo, I got this GoPro on. I'm trying to film it and post on YouTube so people could see the ride before they get on it. I wasn't trying to post that. Like, I'm trying to record myself.
I feel like if you wore a GoPro, actually, you probably wouldn't even get a lot of good footage because especially if you had it like on your chest, I feel like a lot of ride like things going over, like buckling you into the ride. Yeah. Might have like had a little obstructive
but a lot of people do that.
That's crazy.
A lot of people you'd
probably be better off wearing it on like your head.
Right. Well, a lot of people they'll wear it on their head, and that's how you could go up and look up a specific ride on YouTube and you could see like point of view of the ride.
Dude, I feel like those look so scary because half of them like to sit in like that front seat where it's like the full effect and you're watching it and you're like, what the?
I always sit in like the front or the back. Only places I sit on those. Only places I sit. And that was the other issue I had. I was like, I had my mom there who, you know, she's a little older now. So she's not, I shouldn't say she's a little older, but she's past.
She's listening to this and she's like, let me see him.
Yeah.
The next time I see him.
She's past those like roller coaster ride stages. Plus Alyssa didn't do rides. So I want to get to the point where I could hire like a cameraman who's like, yo, I'm on everything with you. Like, we're getting this video done together. Because Alyssa was my camera. That's going to be one of the questions
in their interview.
Yo, literally.
Go on rides.
Alyssa was my camera. Like, my question is, if I go skydiving tomorrow, will you jump with me with the camera? That's my question. And if your answer is no, you're not hired.
Jumping with me or are you waiting for me on the ground?
Right. And it's going to be like, if you don't give me that right answer, you're not hired, bro. Like, I need someone jumping with me with the point of view on my face. Matter of fact, I want them to say to me, why would I be on the ground? I already have a camera set up where you're landing. That's what you say to me in my interview. Boom, you're hired immediately.
Take notes.
Immediately. That's what you say to me. Why would I not jump with you? I already have a camera set up where you land. You don't need me there. You need me in the sky. Boom. Boom.
All right, so if you ever thought about wanting to work for Julian, take some notes.
You don't want to work for me. You don't.
He's not wrong. No,
I know I'm not because I'm a perfectionist.
Oh my God.
And like, especially now that I'm in this Creator Now program, I'm learning so much about YouTube and how to get a great story. Like, I have a YouTube video coming out on Thursday that I'm so hesitant to film because I'm afraid it's not going to be perfect. Like, I'm so hesitant to film it because A, it was a last minute idea. B,
I thought you were
I don't see. I'm gonna film it, but just not tonight. I'm gonna film it tomorrow.
Oh.
But yeah, it's such a crazy. It's such a almost like a. I don't get the point of why it's interesting, but like it's shown in the past that it's interesting to people. So I'm recording it, but I don't get why people like it.
Take a guess on what you think it is.
Yeah, I don't get why people like it, and I'm like, I'm gonna try it.
I like it.
I'm gonna try it and see what happens, see what it becomes, and what I could turn it into. But if people don't watch it, I won't be surprised because I don't get the appeal of it. You know what I mean?
I like
and
those types of videos.
I'm gonna do my best to make it interesting and tell a compelling, interesting story in it. But yeah, it's gonna be difficult for sure. All right, we're off topic. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of falling off.
Whoa. You can't just introduce the topic like that. Jeez, we wasted all this time and then people are like, wait, what? I missed it.
Yeah.
So today's topic is because, like you said, we're in spooky season and scary season.
Right.
Halloween, like I said, is when you're listening to this. So our topic is scary moments / fears.
Who's starting? Are you starting or am I starting?
I started with intention, so you can start with this.
I'm afraid of falling off.
Falling off what?
Falling off. Like, you never heard that term? Falling off. Being popular and just no one knowing who you are anymore type vibes.
You could have been falling off falling off
oh my
a bridge,
goodness.
falling off.
I mean, that's one of my biggest fears, but like
falling off a bridge.
I'm afraid of going broke.
Okay.
That's scary.
Scary.
It's scary now because like you got a family to feed and all that. So it's like, yo, like you got a family, you can't go broke, bro. Like I'm afraid of looking in my account and seeing negatives across everything. Like that's scary. Now the more like practical fears. I'm afraid of. I don't like elevators.
Oh my god!
Because I got stuck in one when I was younger and it was really bad. What else don't I like? Dude, like low key, like bears are a big thing in my area. So like I'd be afraid low key. Like if I'm in the wrong spot around here, I'd be afraid I'm gonna see a bear, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like I'd be afraid of that. What am I afraid of?
You're afraid of...
I can't think of stuff. I mean, I'm afraid of stuff. I'm afraid of like...
Okay, but this isn't just about fears. What are some scary moments you've had?
Oh, I mean, I had one like an hour ago. I was driving home and I wasn't going fast or anything, but a cop like had his flashing lights on behind me. I thought I was getting pulled over, but it was the car in front of me.
We love that. I had one of those moments before.
Yeah, I love
Amazing.
Another scary moment, dude. Not fear, but I think I have anxiety around being alone, and I need to work on that. But it's so weird because sometimes I want to try to be alone and choose to be alone, but then I have like anxiety around it, and it's annoying because I don't even think I'm afraid of being alone in a sense, but I think it's like the idea of like dying alone just like scares the mess out of me. Cause like,
I mean, that's not really a happy thought.
Yeah, but like, it just scares me because like, I know like mathematics behind my mom worked in a hospital. So like, I know like if I'm dead more than 20 minutes and no one finds me, like that's it. My brain's dead. Like you need oxygen to your brain.
That's scary.
20, right? Like these are the things that I know.
You're taking this this whole podcast episode. Like when you said you're going deep in your intentions, like I didn't know you're bringing it to like the top.
You asked me what I'm afraid of. This is what I'm afraid of. This is the stuff I think about. Yeah. So like that's on my brain.
That's crazy though. I didn't know that.
Yeah. If you don't get oxygen in your brain within 20 minutes, you're probably brain dead. There's a really strong chance you're brain dead. I could be wrong about that. There's probably some like medical buff out there. He's like, no, it's 30 minutes.
30 minutes in this factor.
Yo, literally, like, listen, it is what it is. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. That'll probably ease my brain a little bit.
Oh.
Also, I had my lung collapse. That was really scary. like not knowing how to breathe, not being able to breathe, and then not knowing why. Like I had they call it a spontaneous pneumothorax, and basically it's like a partially collapsed lung that just happens. Because normally a pneumothorax is caused by normally it's caused by like force trauma to the chest.
Oh my God.
Like most times you see it in car accidents.
And like imagine just like you wake up and it's just like nope.
Basically like
not today.
So my oxygen when I was like walking and moving around, it dropped to like a 70. And normally it's supposed to be like 95 to 100. So all my medical people in the building know that if they see a 70, they have a tube down someone's throat and they're helping them
like,
breathe.
Boop, boop, boop.
Yeah. Yeah. So that was fun. And I had to have like an emergency like procedure done. Very, very like random thing. They put a chest tube in me. Like it was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know Julian during that time. Well, like I didn't know you during that time.
Nah, that was 2016. I want to say 2015, 2016. I think it was winter 2015 going into 2016.
So,
because it was right after I graduated high school.
So because we had worked at the same job. I was working with you. I just didn't know you.
Yeah, probably. And at that time, I barely worked there because
you went to school.
Well, not only that, but I had a second job at the time.
Oh, I was
so I had 2 jobs and I was going to school.
Summer of 2015. So I was there. I just didn't know you yet.
I also think sometimes I do think about like losing everything I have, and that does scare me.
That's crazy.
Sometimes I do. Like I love everything I have. Like literally, I like growing up. Like I was always like, I don't want to say I was poor. Like I don't want to frame it as I was poor, but like there was always those like tech things and like cool things that the kids across the street would have that I couldn't get. Mm-hmm. And then there were certain things that they didn't have that I did get. You know, so I can't complain. But now I'm at the point where if I want it, I get it, and not on any type of rich stuff, but like really just like off of like planning and I guess a slight bit of impulsiveness at times, but being able to be impulsive and afford being impulsive without, drowning is good too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, dang, this is so deep. I feel so sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be so deep. I love this. You're asking me what my fears are, though.
You were looking for. I love these types of conversations. This is why we record at midnight.
You asked me what my fears are, so this is what's happening, man. Like I feel like I just sound like I'm all like, oh my goodness. But yeah, what else? I don't know. I don't really like. I don't have like something like. I mean, I don't like spiders, but I'm not that terribly afraid of. Dude, I think I am afraid of snakes. If you look up like snakes, bro, like snakes are crazy, especially with the ones they be showing on like those TV shows, bro. Yo, I don't mess with, so there's a difference between, I feel like being afraid of animals and afraid of things and respecting them and letting them be in their area. There are certain things that I don't mess with. You ain't gonna see me with no like reptile or frog or anything like that. Like I don't mess with those things. Y'all, like that's good for you. You can have it. I don't mess. Matter of fact, I don't think I mess with animals at all. Like
I don't think you do.
They stay in their zone. Only animal I would get right now is a bird.
Oh my God.
I want a parrot so bad, bro.
All right, we're not gonna go into this.
This is the only animal I would get. Either that or a fish.
The amount of times we can get a fish.
I would get a fish.
Yo, if we got a fish and put it on there, that'd be so cool.
Like, all right, show me the fish tank.
Right when you walk in.
Animals are expensive,
like a
bro.
Fish tank. No, you can get like the 97-cent fish.
I'd be content. They die right away.
Okay, but they're only 97. I'm just kidding.
Oh my goodness, Alyssa. Yo, she's gonna get the cheap goldfish, have it dead.
Julian went deep into this. Okay, I gotta make it a little humorous. Okay, we're gonna lighten
Yo, get out of here. We could get fish. I don't care about fish. In fact, I think most of my life I did have
Little
fish.
man's too young to like knock the tank over. So
I wouldn't put it past him.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. He's been crazy lately. I wouldn't put it past him.
We're still getting a fish. Don't deter me from getting a fish now.
I'm gonna have to like drill it into the wall now you say that. Because I wasn't even thinking about that. You brought that up. Jeez, I'm gonna have to drill it into the wall.
No takesies, backsies.
Oh, jeez. If we end up with a fish, I would also get a hamster.
Oh my God. I had like 3 hamsters as a kid. I loved
did too.
hamsters.
I had exactly 3.
I think I had like 3.
Did I have 3? I think I had 2.
I think I had like 3. Dude, I had this one hamster that I had to wear like a pair of like gloves you would wear out to play in like the snow because he would always try to bite me, but I wanted to hold him anyways. Dedication. So I'd have to pick him up with gloves so that way when he bit it, like it didn't hurt me as bad.
Alyssa didn't care about I wasn't afraid of hamsters.
Nope. Held them anyways.
I was never afraid of hamster. I don't even think I was afraid of dogs.
I used to always put them in they're like little balls and they just run around and crash and everything. So
as a kid, I was never afraid of dogs, I don't think. And I don't think I'm afraid of dogs. I don't trust dogs. There's a difference. I don't trust people's pets in general. I don't really trust cats.
Oh, I hate cats. I'm so sorry.
I don't trust them because I feel like they always up to something. They scheming on the low. Like,
yo, cats be like, I don't know what they are.
Cats be scheming on the low.
There's something.
And they look like they're scheming. Like they give you looks sometimes and it's like, yo, what are you plotting right now? They'll
be coming wanting to like cuddle with you and next you know they're like attacking your leg.
Bro, the only thing about cats that I love is I love when cats box, bro. That junk is funny. Cats be ready to throw their hands, bro. Cats be ready to box you so bad, bro.
Yo, if you're watching,
they be like,
if you're watching this,
they be like, touch it, I dare you, bro. Cats be so serious. Then you do it, they be like, I told you not to do it. Told you not to. Yo, then when they box each other, yo.
Then they literally like. Almost like WWE wrestle, man. They be attacking, like clawing, biting, like ripping hair out. They be vicious.
Nah, the slap fights get me, bro. Every time, bro. I don't want to see all the extra stuff. They could chill with all the extra stuff, but the slap boxing, when they be slapping each other, bro, that mess is fun. I don't know. It's just something about cats slapping is hilarious. Yo, if I'm ever in a bad mood, show me a cat just slapping something, bro. I'm gonna crack up laughing.
Oh my God!
Like
all right, but I'll have to remember that.
Every time I will see
mad.
I will see a cat slapping somebody or slapping another cat. Yo, especially Tony Baker, bro. When he does his voiceovers, they be so funny.
He's so funny.
They be so funny.
Is he only on Instagram or is he on YouTube?
He's a comedian, so like he's all over.
So he's out there.
Yeah, like you could go to his shows.
That's so funny. Julian introduced me to him and he's so funny.
I know somebody who went to a show. Like
really?
Yeah, out in New Haven. Somebody went to a show.
Oh shoot.
Dude, all right, I'm not gonna.
I didn't know he was that local.
But yeah, what are your fears?
Okay, so my fears, I have. So.
I know some of them already.
I'm really like a fear of heights. I have such a fear of heights. I don't like heights. I don't like being up that high. It makes me really uncomfortable. So weird though,
because how do you always like? I'll say every time we go out to a hotel, let me get the highest room, and she like
and I stand by the window, and it's scary. Dude, I think the one we had one in Boston last year. Do you remember it? The like floor felt weird by the window, so standing like at the window was so weird. I was so scared it was gonna like break and fall, and oh my God,
that was crazy.
And that window was so weird. I would have fell
on Johnny Depp.
Literally. That sounds so weird. So I don't know.
Comic-Con was there, so someone was dressed as Jack Sparrow. Yeah.
Heights are so weird. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan. I keep like reading these and I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. So one of my biggest, I don't know if you want to call it a fear, but it freaks me out every time. Going somewhere alone, like, don't make me go anywhere alone. I freaking hate it. But being somewhere new, like if you have to drive somewhere and you've never been there before, like going there like is kind of weird. I don't like it, but going there in the dark, oh nah. Like if I have to go somewhere and then I end up leaving in the dark and you're driving somewhere you don't know in the dark, that doesn't scare you?
No.
Yo, you're crazy.
I actually like it.
I don't.
I love like
I'm also like I'm turning like into a grandma. So like I'm 26 going on like 86 and driving at night like I literally can't see. Like
dude, that's because your headlights, bro. Like Alyssa has the worst headlights in the world and she's like, I can't see it now. I'm like, dude, I can't see with those.
It freaks me out and then I feel like I'm gonna like drive off the road
dude,
into like water.
Let me ask you this. When you drive my car at night, are you good? The few times, because you do take my car at night.
I'm telling you, it's just being somewhere new. Like I can have the brightest things in the world.
I'm talking about seeing wise. Like you went to Chipotle or whatever, or Panch, whatever.
I mean, I'm good. There's just sometimes like I don't know what it is. Like other people's headlights sometimes like bother my eyes.
Oh yeah, me too.
So that's like they hit me and I'm like, dude, I can't see.
That's why I tinted my windows.
It's so weird. I hate it. It freaks me out. And I'm like a grandma, and after like 5 p.m., I probably shouldn't be in the car. At least not driving. Especially now when it's going to be winter. It's supposed to be getting dark at like 5.
I wonder if there's anything you could do about that. Because like I got my car tinted. You're not supposed to tint your windshield, but like I'm 2 seconds from doing it because that does bother me. Like that annoys me.
I don't know if there is, but if there is, someone let me know because I can't do it.
I think most people just tint their windshield for that reason. Because headlights aren't getting any like darker, they're getting brighter. Like I know for a fact.
I'm telling you, some people's headlights I don't understand.
Oh, people hate mine. I know for a fact.
They're so bright. Like for what? Like I need brighter headlights, don't get me wrong, but some people's are just like they come standard, like it's the way the car comes.
That's mine.
And I'm like, dude, like
don't let me have the fog lights on, it's a wrap.
Like you're probably the type of person I hate driving against. Like you're the people that make me blind.
Yeah, probably. Probably. I mean, but bad. At least I could see.
Well, la-dee-da. At least one of us can, I guess. All right. So I don't know what other fears do I have?
I think you don't like snakes either.
Oh, I don't like snakes. Oh, heck nah.
So I would say
not put a snake on me.
I don't know if you're afraid per se, but I'm not. I wouldn't pet one. I don't know if you're gonna pet one.
Oh my god, no. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So there you go.
Scary moments then.
You don't like being chased?
Oh, I definitely don't like being chased. Oh my god, that freaks me out.
Dude, I would chase her around the house just to
literally chase me up the stairs. It's a wrap. Like I'm probably screaming because it freaks me out so bad. I feel like I'm gonna fall, slip, like break my head. I'm gonna like, oh my god.
I'm gonna record it one time I do it. It is so funny, bro. I do it.
It's so bad, and I'm like literally stop.
I'm so bad. I shouldn't do that to you, but yeah, it's hilarious.
Anyways, scary moments. You want to know probably one of the scary moments have been in my life now?
I forgot one. Can I say one quick? Mm-hmm. When Alyssa passed out on me.
Oh my God, stop. I have passing out in my notes.
Dude, that was one of the scariest moments because I never really, like, someone I care. I mean, my grandmother almost passed out on me once, but she didn't do it. Yeah, she was leaning on me, she was leaning on me. But I was like, that was the craziest moment. Single-handedly.
Oopsies. It's funny. I have passing out in my list of scary moments because it's happened not once, but twice, as far as I can remember. So now sometimes, like in the summer, when I get like really hot, like the first thing I think of is I'm going to pass out, and it literally like almost like it makes me anxious. Like I get so scared, and I have to have like water with me and like maybe something to snack on so that way like I don't pass out. It's so weird. I have to have like my security blanket water. I passed out at my graduation, my high school graduation. That was a fun time. I ended up walking into the ceremony by myself after my whole class had already walked in because it was super hot outside. Granted, it was so hot, I wasn't the only person to pass out. Like they started, I think they started moving us inside because they realized like we were kind of dropping. Cause like one of the dudes behind me, like what is him? Like he like banged into me like as he was like almost going down, and I was like, whoa. And then
you're like, we got another one.
I swear that's how it was. Cause like there had to be like two or three people. As
he's going down, you got the guy in the other row going down.
There had to be like 2 or 3 people. Like I'm not even kidding. So I passed out there. I had to sit outside with a paramedic and literally like call my family, and they had to come outside to see me. And then we walked in, and I walked in by myself. I literally sat like on my grandmother's walker and ate a pretzel and had some water before I like went into my seats like with the rest of my class. But then it was so weird because like walking across the stage, like you're just thinking to yourself like, don't pass out. Like it's so weird, but like it's scary. So that would just freaks me out. So then, yeah. So fast forward, we went to a doctor's appointment. It was the second time we were going to find out the gender of the baby. And once again, we're 0 for 2 because the first time I was late and they didn't take me. This time I passed out. So instead of going in to sit in a seat to like have an ultrasound, find out the sex of the baby, nope, I'm sitting in a hospital bed hooked up to IVs and like down in the ER. Yeah.
Why did that happen?
Because, apparently you're supposed to know. I didn't eat breakfast that morning and barely had anything to drink. I had like not even a whole vitamin water that we picked up at the gas station and some munchies.
As a pregnant woman.
So he definitely like took all of that. Not that it was much. So he probably took that and then stuff I didn't even have. And it got me. I passed out. I don't even remember passing out. I just remember waking up on the floor. And they were like, oh my God, like, are you okay? Did you hit your head? Did you hit your belly? And I'm like, dude, I don't even know how I ended up on the floor. So couldn't tell you.
Meanwhile, here I am catching her, lowering her to the floor so she doesn't hurt herself.
It was so weird because like I heard my name before I was actually like fully conscious. Is that weird? Like, are you conscious at that point if you hear your name? I heard someone calling my name and
that would be me.
I didn't realize what was going on. And then all of a sudden I was like waking up and realizing that like I was actually hearing my name. And I was like, dude,
she
what?
Felt like this. She was like,
I was so confused because I had all these people starting to like surround me. And then I remember like just trying, like, it was one of those things where like you realize and you want to be like, oh, and like wake up and get up. And they were like, whoa, take it easy, lay back down. Like, nah, we're not doing that. Like, you're going too fast now. And I was like, oh, wait, what? And then you're like, I don't know, like I'm just sitting there like, why can't I get up? And then I'm like, oh, that's why. Got it. So then they slowly tried to get me up, and like they had me standing there, and I literally started to feel dizzy, and I was like, dude, if you don't sit me down, like I'm going to pass out again. So that's when they sat me on the bed, and then next thing you know, we're in the ER. All right. So that's my passing out story.
What a day.
What other, oh my God. Scary moment. This makes me like laugh, like mad laugh. Julian and I had gone to Playlist a couple years ago. We hadn't gone for a few years. We're on the way home. We're on a plane.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
And the plane hits some turbulence. I've never felt turbulence before. That's the first time I've hit turbulence in an airplane. Granted, I've only been in an airplane like once or twice before this, but still, never felt it before. And we're sitting, like, Julian has window, I had middle, and like the aisle seat was open, and like this one dude, I guess, was traveling by himself and was like, he was on one of those you get on and you just get whatever seats left.
I mean, that's how the whole plane was there.
Oh, really?
That was Southwest.
Oh.
Southwest is, remember, because on the way down.
Oh, on the way down we did, because me and Julian didn't even sit next to each other. We just got lucky and had like two aisle seats next to each other. But we had sat next to each other on the way in because we had picked what boarding thing we went on, like whatever. So this dude gets on last, so like there's not that many seats left. He's by himself. Oh, could I sit here? And of course I'm not going to be like, nope, sorry. So he sits there. He's all right, I guess. Like, he's not probably the best co-pilot to have, but we're hitting turbulence and I'm freaking out. I'm scared. I've never hit turbulence before. Not really like the greatest feeling in the world.
Probably the worst.
Yo,
that was the worst turbulence I've ever had.
Like, sitting on a plane sometimes makes me, I don't know, like, not nervous, but like it was one of the first times I had been on a plane. So like, I don't know, just going on it, I don't know how to describe it. Like, I wasn't scared because like I had been on before, but like I'm not used to it.
Well,
so
yeah, humans weren't made to fly. So
right,
like there's
so
a part
it
of you that
kind
knows
of
it's
makes
unnatural.
Yeah, so it makes me kind of like uneasy, so to speak.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I have
so
that
then
sometimes.
We're hitting turbulence, and so now my uneasiness is way down. I'm freaking out. I'm like gripping the seat, gripping Julian, like whatever.
You gotta
and this
repeat
dude,
because it sounded like you said your undies is down.
uneasiness is down.
Everybody's probably like, "Whoa, TMI, bro."
My level is way low, and I'm gripping my seat, gripping Julian, like freaking out, kind of doing one of those like oh type of situation. And this dude wants to talk about hitting turbulence and like the wing of the plane just like coming off.
He literally was like, "Oh, that wing! Look how much it's flapping. It looks like it's about to flap off."
Like, can we not, my guy?
It was a windy day. We flew in end of February, early March. So it was a windy day back here, and we were landing. So that's why we were experiencing turbulence. We were landing back in New York, and it was very windy here back in New York. Yeah.
No.
Or was it Hartford?
It was Hartford.
Yeah. So we were landing back in Hartford, and it was very windy in Hartford, and it was rough.
But like, when you're at that level of like, you're already freaking out and you're like kind of getting okay and turbulence hits all of a sudden, you're like oh my God. And it's like a quick, like your heart like drops and all this stuff. Hearing that the like wing of the plane, because then what's going to happen after that? The plane's probably going to crash. That's not what you want to be thinking of.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Shout out to a new subscriber on our Alyssa and Julian channel.
Middle of the podcast.
Mid podcast recording. That's so funny. That's so dope that I had that on. I forgot I had that on.
I was really confused for a second. That kind of threw me off. I kind of lost my train of thought for a second. But yeah, not exactly what you want to hear. Okay, next. One of the scariest moments. I don't know if it'd be the scariest moments, but it was definitely scary in the time. Childbirth. Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, that was scary.
That's a whole other
too.
game.
That was scary for me too, but more so because I didn't know what was happening.
No one did.
Yeah.
Literally no one did. So, okay. I feel like this has just been like a story time. I'm kind of digging it. So, quick birth story time.
I'm about to say you got your video, so don't get them.
Yeah, I have. So on my main channel, I have my whole childbirth and delivery story. So basically, we're just gonna say I was due for regular like natural delivery, and then all of a sudden they want to say this dude has turned away and inside, and his heartbeat was racing. It was getting way up there, and all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, we have to go in for a C-section."
Emergency C-section, they told me. And I said, when is that happening? They were like, right now.
They're like, "Yeah, we're going to get the doctor in and prepare to go in."
Here, while we wheel her in, put this on. Is what they said to me.
I feel like they
And I was
said,
like,
"We'll get you in the next like half hour." I don't even think I was like 10 minutes later. I was in that room.
And I had to put on these scrubs. I was like.
And they were like, "Oh, it's not like a long procedure. It probably takes about an hour." I wasn't even in like I guess birth like for an hour. It took them like 35 minutes, and I was almost going back into my room with my child. It was the craziest, like fastest. It was like the fastest, slow-paced thing I could have ever like gone through, because here I am. They're like, "Yeah, he'll be right with you," because of course I was like, "Dude, I'm not doing this by myself," type of thing. Which Julian was allowed in the room. He had to get dressed, and they had to wheel me in first before he could come in. So then I'm sitting there, and it sounds like they're like getting me ready. I'm all ready to go. At this point, I don't know if it was like what they're putting in my IVs for this thing, but I'm getting super sleepy at this point. So it's kind of freaking me out, because I'm like, am I supposed to fall asleep? Am I supposed to get sleepy? And they're like, "Yeah, that's fine. Like, you can." And I'm literally sitting here about to fall asleep. Julian's not even in the room yet. And I don't know what's going on. They have the whole like thing in front of you, so you can't see what's going on. So I'm just sitting here. It's literally just my head above the sheet at this point. My arms are out like this. If you're watching, they're like straight out next to me on tables. Like you're not just.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'd never seen anything like it.
It was so weird. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, they sound like they're like getting ready to do this thing. And I'm like, where the heck is Julian? Like he literally showed up kind of out of nowhere. But I feel like by the time you came in, I was in such a phase of like sleepy because at this point it's 2 a.m. I had been at the hospital since like 7 o'clock, but had already been at the hospital once before that day. Like it has just been the longest day. I'm tired at this point. These things are kicking in for me to go into a C-section. My whole like from my waist down almost is getting numb, but like not completely numb. So that's freaking me out. I literally said to them, I'm like, I could still feel my feet. Like, is this okay? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, they tell me I'm going in for a C-section, but not telling me what to like what I'm going to experience. So, like, I'm just kind of going in being like, guess we'll find out.
I left that off my scary moments because I figured you probably would talk about it.
Dude, childbirth went to the top, like, right off the bat.
Yeah. I mean, it was scary for me.
It was crazy.
I think the time of the day was scary for me because I had no one to talk to. I'm a very, like, I need to talk. Like, if I'm nervous and stuff, I need to talk.
And like I said, it was 2 a.m. So
yeah, childbirth was definitely up there. Especially the way you went in was really scary. And like I said, I need to talk things out when I'm nervous. So that part was like not being able to talk to anybody or saying like, hey, this is happening. And of course, people were like, text me. But
I feel like you're sitting there though, and you're like, it's 2 a.m. Like, I'm not trying to wake up the whole world.
Right. I texted people when he was born, but that's literally it.
I mean, depending on who it was, like my parents and all this stuff, I definitely like texted like right when I got back in the room, like once everything was good, like I held them, like all this stuff.
Yeah.
Other people I texted like in the morning, we had to do a hymn, I tried to get some sleep, whatever, woke up, did what we had to do with the nurses. Like I still have to do like vitals and like checks and all this stuff. Now they're have to check like the scar I have. Like they have to check that all the time because now it's like not an open wound because obviously they close it back up, but like it's a fresh like thing. Like I couldn't walk by myself afterwards. Like I'm telling you, like after like the smallest things, like going to the bathroom turn into like the hardest and actually like painful. Like it was actually painful at first. So it's so weird. Like literally right after that, like right after he came out, like I don't know, your body does like the weirdest things. It's so cool, like to think about, like, I don't know. It's so weird. Like you really just held a child in you for 9 months and then now all of a sudden he's out, but like you can't even go to the bathroom by yourself. Like you can't even not go to the bathroom. Like I want to say almost like go to the bathroom period, but like I had to walk with my like IV thing, like one of those things, like walking into the room, like, dude. And at that point you're at the point where you don't even care like who's seeing what. You're just like, be free.
I can't.
At that point, TMI. You're just
they
okay. Sorry.
They don't need to hear
We're getting too into it.
Yeah, that was TMI. They like, oh my goodness.
Sorry.
You got some like 13-year-old, 14-year-olds
probably, and they're like
thinking about it. Yeah, they're like, oh my goodness, what did she just say?
All right, I should have given like an age thing. Don't listen past this if you're not X amount of age.
A little age warning. But yeah, no, that was definitely. I should just have
my own segment, I guess.
Yeah, your own. Say that for the Alyssa Fulton channel.
All right, got it. My video's already up. I don't know why I got that deep into it, but anyways. Okay, that's all I had on my list. I feel like there's way more than I'm scared of. Off the top of my head, I can't think of it though.
Dude, that's the hardest part. Always coming up with it off the top of your head. I don't know, man. I feel like I get, as much as an extrovert as I am, I feel like I do get nervous in social settings. Like I could be the biggest extrovert, but I get nervous.
Oh, I'm such an introvert. So social.
I could be such an extrovert, but some social settings actually like make me nervous, and more so because I'm afraid that because I'm an extrovert, but I'm also socially awkward at times. So I'm really afraid that I'm going to do something that's going to embarrass myself. And inevitably, I always do find a way to embarrass myself. So
I feel like social settings make me nervous for like so many reasons. Like it's not even that, just like it's almost like a social anxiety type of thing. I don't know. There's so many factors that like freak me out about social settings.
I love social settings. Like I love them, but I know inevitably, like I've gotten to the point now where I'm just like, dude, I'm going to say something or do something that's going to embarrass myself. Like just know I probably didn't mean it. And I probably didn't mean to say how I said it. Cause like, that's the thing with me. Sometimes I just kind of run off at the mouth and I say something like probably that came off weird. I didn't mean it the way it came out. Like, I don't know. I'm very, you'd think of it like I probably have had that awkward encounter.
It's going to be one of those moments where you're just like, all right, I'm just going to stop talking.
And I'm also not like, it's bad because I'm also not witty either. Like, you know how some people really like think on their toes. They're very witty. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes people really can catch me off guard and I'm like, oh. And then I got thinking, I'm like, you know, later on I'll think back like, wow, I really should have said blah, blah, blah.
Sometimes I hate those moments.
I'm like, oh, dang, I probably would have been okay if I said blah, 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 blah. And then, yeah.
Sometimes those moments are like awful.
Yeah, it is bad. And I'm like, I'm trying to do better at, you know, not to say being more witty, but more like, you know, sometimes I guess I overthink my responses. I want to just kind of be free and, you know, accept that sometimes I can be awkward and that's just, you know, life. Sometimes I will say awkward things. Just accept it, you know?
Just accept
No, for real, because it's freeing. Like rather than trying to like be cool and be chill. Like
he said,
be
I'm gonna be awkward. Get over it.
For real, like honestly, just be you. And like if you don't like me awkward, then don't hang out with me.
That saying is so like, I don't know. It's just so simple, but I love it.
What?
Be you.
Yeah, be you.
Be
Who says
you.
that? A YouTuber says that. Whose thing is that?
I don't know.
That's somebody's. If it's not,
Really?
let me know because I'll take it.
What?
What?
No, I get dibs.
What?
No.
I said it first. How'd you hear it? Who said it for you to hear it?
I feel like we literally talked about it.
I just said it.
No, like, no. Okay. I have a point I want to get into, but I can't make it public yet, so we'll have to talk after.
Okay. But I definitely said it first. Anyway. Well, I want to hear what you guys are dressing up as for Halloween this year.
What are you dressing up as? I don't know if I'm going to be anything.
I'm about to say, I think I'm going to just be me, man. Because at this point, costumes are probably all out because everybody dressed up for their Halloween party. And I don't even go into a Halloween party. If I was going to a Halloween party or something, maybe I would.
I just want to take our son trick-or-treating because it's his first Halloween. He's going to be Mickey Mouse,
I'm
guys.
gonna be a
It's
dad.
so cute.
I'm going to be a dad on Halloween this year.
I'm going to be a mom.
There you go. Boom. Boom. We're dressing up.
Wow.
That's crazy.
That
You
means
already have a costume. Get out of here.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to go. It doesn't go along with Mickey Mouse, so I can't wear it. I mean, I could if I want to.
You
but
could wear it.
I don't know. We'll see because I don't know.
Take pictures with them. But yeah, what are you guys being for Halloween? And Alyssa also has a different question of the week that she wants to ask. What's the question?
I want to go along with what we talked about. So we had gone into our biggest fears and like scary moments. What are your fears or scariest moments or like an intense moment you had gone through? I want to know. I like it, or like I want to hear you like from you guys. Like I wish I could like
I wish we
call
could have
you
call-ins, right?
right
let's
and
have
be
some
like,
call-ins.
okay,
Who wants to
so
call
what
in?
was your scary moment? Because this was mine.
Let's have a call in real quick.
So in the
Yo.
meantime, until they make that a thing,
What do you mean? We can make it a thing
I
right
was
now.
gonna say we can do that.
It's literally
We
right
could
there.
brand it. No, but like we could have like, I don't know. We'll have to invest in something. I'm not even making sense because I'm getting tired and it's literally almost 12:30 in the morning. But now in the meantime, we have to make do and just read comments. So make sure to comment down below so I know what your scary moment was. Maybe we'll relate. Maybe you like mentioned something we forgot to mention.
Yo, right.
We'll say that. I'll be like, oh, me too.
I'm trying to think if I have anything else. I think I got
I
it all.
don't think I have anything. Like I said, I can't really think like off the top of my
I
head.
will say, I feel like as a kid, everything is scary.
Oh my God, yeah.
I have one.
What?
Dude, my first car accident, bro, was the scariest thing in my life. I actually crashed right next to where I'm living now, ironically. And
What the? Oh, it was like right there. Right?
yeah, literally right there.
Full
in the
circle.
snow. I was going on a date on Valentine's Day, and I thought I was smooth
and it wasn't
stuff.
with me. T.
I thought it was smooth stuff. I didn't even know. Did I know you?
No.
I think I did.
Really?
No, I didn't. I was senior high school. I didn't know you.
Oh, I didn't know you were in school.
So yeah. So I was going on this date. I was driving. I had my car. Thought I was smooth stuff. I was riding dirty. I didn't even have car insurance at the time. Don't break the law, kids. Because it's a law in Connecticut to have car insurance if you're driving. But I didn't have car insurance. That's a whole different story for another day of why I didn't have it. It wasn't my fault. I know you're probably thinking like, yo, you ain't pay your bill. No, it wasn't my fault. That's a whole different story. But I didn't have car insurance and I slid. I couldn't help it. There was ice. I slid into somebody else because they had slid. Like they took the left turn, they slid, the light turned green. I took the same left turn like an idiot. I don't even know why I did it, but I did it. I slid too. And yeah. And don't you know, it was somebody from work again. And don't you know, they went in the next day telling everybody that I crashed. And it wasn't even like I like dented the car or anything. Like the person let me go. There was no damage to either car because I wasn't going fast enough for there to be damage. But don't you know, she went in and was like, yeah, we went out and he hit this other car. Like, bro.
That's so bad, making you sound like the bad guy. Meanwhile, it's just like weather induced.
Yeah, like at that point you should have stayed home then. Like what you going for? Like and if I'm their parent, if I'm my parent, I'm like now I know better. If I'm my parent at that point and I'm her parent, I'm like, what'd you go for? You knew better. You knew it was snow on the ground. What'd you go for?
Like if they said anything, I'd be like, you ain't going out like this. You can go on a date in a different time. Wait for the roads to clear up. Then y'all can go on your dates. I wouldn't. I'd be too scared.
Because I would trust that I'd show him how to drive. Like I would trust I taught him how to drive.
I mean, that's like one thing though, but like you're trusting him. I mean, you can't always trust everyone else on the road, and I feel like that's what would freak me out.
I mean, yes, but I could trust him how to handle it.
I mean, yeah, but I don't know.
How many accidents have I avoided by being the smarter person on the road? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I trust myself driving. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, Alyssa has seen it firsthand, you know? So I think...
There was one time on the highway, dude, I was like, woo! It was so crazy. This dude was driving so crazy. Not this dude, not me.
No,
not Julian. Like another guy was driving so crazy on the road, and he was in like a truck too. Like,
nah, it was a van. It was a minivan.
Oh, really? Yeah, I thought it was like a little box truck.
I remember it was a green minivan, green Dodge Caravan.
Oh,
I remember.
I'm way off then.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
it was one of the old ones. It had to be like a 01, 02.
It was crazy.
Green Dodge Caravan. They cut me off. We were both getting over, and they cut me off. And yeah, I swerved out the way real fast. And it wasn't even my nice car at the time. You know, I did it in my little car, you know. He's skirting in a little car. You feel me? Saving lives one day at a time.
Saving lives one day at a time.
All right,
Much
guys.
appreciated.
On that note, we're going to get out of here, y'all.
This episode was wild.
I know, because, you know, we're tired. I don't know why you wanted to do this late. But, yeah.
We always do.
I know we do.
And I feel like it's always a good idea. Then we get to the end of the episode, and I'm like, wow, maybe we should do this earlier.
Yeah. Anyway, we're out of here, guys. We hope y'all enjoyed. Keep grinding. Keep chasing your dreams. Remember, nothing with Hap goes easy. We out. Peace.